Good morning. This time I will be going to discuss with you one of a type of curriculum development with the 5 examples of it. And this is the supported curriculum with the examples, the computers, the textbooks, the audiovisual materials, the laboratory equipment, the grounds or the school grounds. What is computer? According to the internet, a computer is a programmable device that stores, retrieves, and processes data. The term computer was originally given to humans who performed numerical calculation using mechanical calculators such as the abacus and the slide rule. The term was later given to a mechanical device as they began replacing the human computers. Today's computers are electronic devices that accept data, process the data, produce output, and store the results. There are 5 rules of curriculum education. The computer technology has had a deep impact on the education sector. First of this is the computer are a brilliant aid in teaching. Online education has revolutionized the education industry. Computer technology has made the dream of distance learning a reality. Education is no longer limited to classrooms, it has a reach far and wide. Physically distant locations have come closer due to the internet accessibility. So, even if students and teachers are not in the same area, they can very well communicate with one another. There are many online educational courses whereby students are not required to attend classes or be physically present for lectures. They can learn from their homes and adjust timings as per their convenience. Number 2. Computers have given impetus to distance education. Computers facilitate effective presentation of information. Presentation software like PowerPoint and animation software like Flash, among the others, can be of great help to teachers while delivering lectures. Computers facilitate audiovisual representation of information, thus making the process of learning interactive and interesting. Computer-aided teaching adds a fun element to education. Teachers hardly use chalk and board today. Different presentation on a flash drive, plug it into a computer in the classroom and the teaching begins. There is color, there is sound, and there is movement. The same, all the information comes forth in different way and learning becomes fun. The otherwise not so interesting in lesson and become interesting due to the audiovisual effect. Due to the visual aid, difficult subject can be explained in better ways. Things become easier to follow and thanks to the use of computers in education. Number 3. Computer software helps better presentation of information. The internet can play an important role in education as it is an enormous information base. It can be harnessed for retrieval of information on a variety of subjects. The internet can be used to refer to information on different subjects. Both teachers and students benefit from the internet. Teachers can refer to it for additional information and references on the topics to be taught. Students can refer to web sources for additional information on subjects of their interest. The internet helps teachers set test papers, frame questions for home assignments, and decide project topics. And not just academics. Teachers can use web sources for ideas on sports competitions, extracurricular activities, picnics, parties, and more. Number 4. The computers enable access to the internet which has information on literally everything. Computers enable storage of data in electronic format, thereby saving paper. Memory capacity of computer storage devices are in gigabytes. This enables them to store huge chunks of data. Moreover, these devices are compact. They occupy very less space. They store large amount of data. Both teachers and students benefit from the use of computer technology. Presentations, notes, and test paper can be stored and transferred easily over computer storage devices. Similarly, students can submit homework and assignments as soft copies. The process becomes paperless, thus saving paper. Plus, the electronic format makes data storage more durable. Electronically erasable memory devices can be used repeatedly. They offer robust storage of data and reliable data retrieval. Last, finally, the computer hard drive and storage devices are an excellent way to store data. This what about the role of computer in education? What we know is not just the education sector which computer have impacted. They are of great use in every field. Today, a life without computers is unimaginable. This underlines the importance of computer in education. Knowledge of computers can propel one's career in the right direction. Computers are a part of almost every industry today. They are no longer limited to any specific field. They are used in networking, for information access and data storage, and also in the processing and presentation of information. Computers should be introduced early in education. I don't think I am making an overstatement in saying that computer education is as fundamental as learning English. Yes, it is. An example of this supported curriculum is the textbook. A textbook or a book that contains detailed information about a subject for people who are studying that subject, which the importance of the textbook in the role in teaching and learning, it represents a useful resource for both and teachers as a course designers and learners as a person who are acquiring the English language. However, the use of ready-made textbook has its advantages and disadvantages. This paper aims at investigating the benefits of hindrances or the benefits and hindrances in using a ready-made textbooks as well as ways of textbook adaptation. Textbook adaptation is a process of overcoming problems in using only ready-made textbooks. Textbook adaptations at activity level, unit level, and syllable level are an integral part of the course developing process which assists the teacher in meeting the learner's specific work-related needs. Number 3 example of this curriculum, the audiovisual material. According to the Library Glossary in 1987, the audiovisual materials as non-book materials like tapes, slides, films, which are renewed and listened to rather than read as books. With the importance of this in the circle of learning, which start from the lowest to the highest, including the formal education that start at home and then the nursery, primary, secondary, tertiary, and university. So, these audiovisual materials are recognized and accepted as essential means of increasing the effectiveness of teaching, learning, and research. Number 4. The laboratory equipment. This type of equipment found in a building or room equipped for conducting scientific research or for teaching practical science as for carrying out scientific experiments and etc. With the extremely important of this laboratory equipment in school is to have the latest and great quality science labs supplies in these days. Science differs quite a bit from other subjects, and in order to understand its concepts, you will need to look beyond the books and the conventional classroom teaching. Effective learning and teaching of science involves handling, seeing, and manipulating real materials and objects. He acknowledged that pupils in the classroom would be ineffectual unless they actually observe the process and also understand the relationship between action and reality. Last but not the least, or the final example is the ground or the school ground. The school ground means it includes land, portion of land, structures, building, and vehicles when used for the provision of academic or extracurricular programs sponsored by the school district or community provider. These grounds also include school buses, school-sponsored functions, structure that supported building, such as school district wastewater treatment facilities, generating facilities, and other central services facilities including, but not limited to, kitchens and maintenance shops. School grounds also includes other facilities as defined in JEC 6A 26 to 1.2, the grounds and recreation places owned by municipalities, private entities, or other individuals during times when the school district has exclusive use of a this school ground And children today spend less than half the time playing outdoors that their parents did and are less likely to spend time outdoors at school. It has this important role in the students because they are growing up in an increasingly indoor, sedentary, and virtual world, ever more diverse from the real world around them. This has a significant impact on their physical health, emotional well-being, social competence, and their connection with the natural world and their local communities. The best place for children to enjoy the outdoors, learn about the natural world, and take vigorous exercise on a regular basis is in the school grounds. School grounds are safe and accessible. You need no additional staff, no consent forms, no transport, and most importantly, there is no additional cost. That would be all. Thank you and God bless us all.